The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. To succeed in life, you need two things, ignorance and confidence. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Golf is a good walk spoiled. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Humor is mankind's greatest blessing. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. Facts are stubborn, but statistics are more pliable. The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and a man. Censorship is telling a man he can't have a steak just because a baby can't chew it. To get the full value of joy you must have someone to divide it with. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Never argue with a fool, onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Action speaks louder than words but not nearly as often. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. When in doubt, tell the truth. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world and moral courage so rare. The lack of money is no obstacle. The lack of an idea is an obstacle. The secret source of humor is not joy but sorrow. There is no humor in heaven. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. The trouble with the world is not that people know too little, but that they know so many things that ain't so. A successful book is not made of what is in it, but what is left out of it. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow. The man who does not work for the love of work but only for money is not likely to neither make money nor find much fun in life. A classic is a book which people praise and don't read. The finest clothing made is a person's own skin, but, of course, society demands something more than this. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. Soap and education are not as sudden as a massacre, but they are more deadly in the long run. If you want to make a person better, keep praising them. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. The only way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. Loyalty to country always. Loyalty to government, when it deserves it. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Classic, a book which people praise and don't read. The lack of money is the root of all evil. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. The man who doesn't read good books has no advantage over the man who can't read them. Familiarity breeds contempt, and children. There are many humorous things in the world, among them, the white man's notion that he is less savage than the other savages. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. To succeed in life, you need two things, ignorance and confidence. Worrying is like paying a debt you don't owe. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not to deserve them. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. Cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. The 1st of April is the day we remember what we are the other 364 days of the year. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. The holy passion of friendship is so sweet and steady and loyal and enduring in nature that it will last through a whole lifetime, if not asked to lend money. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. The only reason why God created man is because he was disappointed with the monkey. The only difference between a taxman and a taxidermist is that the taxidermist leaves the skin. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Work is a necessary evil to be avoided. Wit is the sudden marriage of ideas which before their union were not perceived to have any relation. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. When angry, count to 4, when very angry, swear. If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. The secret source of humor is not joy but sorrow. There is no humor in heaven. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain.